Alright, we're just going to go over a few things in Picasa. What I like about Picasa is that you can see numerous folders together, and you can just scroll through the images really easily. You can create albums, you can export them and resize them. All of that functionality is really useful. First thing we'll look at is loading images into Picasa. So I'm just going to find an image which I know is not currently in Picasa. And it's this one. So I'm going to right click, open with Picasa Photo Viewer. That comes up like this. I can now go down to Edit in Picasa, click that, and eventually it will just pop into Picasa. Now this may take a little moment. Apologies for the delay. What we're looking at the moment, I'll just pause. Okay, so now you can see that the image has uploaded, and if I go back to library, it's in there with the rest of the images from that same folder. Now if I also want to just drag and drop, I can select the images here, just select all of those, drag them and drop them into Picasa. Looks like they're importing, but actually it's not duplicated them. It's just identified where they are within Picasa, which is kind of handy as well. So next thing we're going to look at is selecting and holding images. So I'm just going to find some images by a previous student, and what are the ones I was going to use? Here, I think. Right. Just pause it for a sec while I find them. Okay, so now selecting images in Picasa to hold them. Basically there's a pin down here that says hold selected items, and the blue is an album, so you can create an album or add items to an album. I use my left hand on the arrows so that when I'm viewing it, viewing the photos at full size by double clicking, I can just use the arrows to go through. Then when I see one that I want to keep, I just click with the green, with my mouse on my right hand, just click the green pin, and there we go. That's cool. Going for a sort of minimalist look in these ones. And you just can go through quite quickly. You might end up taking more than you really want. Oh, that's cool. I'll just select some more. I'll pause you for a sec. Okay, so I've selected a few more photos, and you can see they're all now pinned in that little holding area there. I'm going to create a new album, just there, new album. I'm going to call it Laura Best Small Portfolio. And we'll say OK to that. Now if I go back to the library, and there's albums up top, and go Laura Best Small Portfolio, and there's all the photos that are selected. Now they haven't moved, they're just kind of, they've got a little pathway to them from this album. So they're still in the original folder, which is really important as well. Now once I've got these, I can clear the items from the selection, that's fine. And I can make another selection for a different folio board, for example. What I'm going to do next though is to export them for your folio and for printing. So for your layout in Illustrator, this will make them smaller. I'll select all with Control A. I go up to File, down to Export Picture to Folder, and Laura Best Small Portfolio, resized. I'm going to resize to 1600 pixels. That's a good balance of decent quality, but also small enough to not crash the computer. And just use the automatic image quality, and that is all you need to do. Now you click import, it's going to work away in the background, and in a second it will pop up with the album of photos in a folder on your desktop. So here is a folder, and if I click on each one, you can see it's only 738 kilobytes. The original over here is 2.9 megabytes. So that saves a lot of space and memory when we're doing things in Illustrator. This quality will also be totally fine for printing out. So it also means that printing will be a lot easier as well. So that is the process you need to do before you get into doing the layout for Illustrator. Every time you have more photos you want to add to Illustrator, you have to export them just the same so that they're this resized size here. Okay, thanks a lot. Cheers.